Hey, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Death Stranding on the Mysterious JG.
I am Bobo the Vulture.
And we've kind of figured, I guess, well, there's a couple things we could do here. I could go visit this shelter.
Nancy and
I could raid this mule camp and take, whatever's in this post box. But we kind of want to see if we can't find a way. And you know what?
Wait. Sorry, go to the south. Follow the river down from here. What is that? Sorry. Go to the right and up.
It looks like there's
What
a
is
waterfall
that
here.
formation right there? Well, no, below the waterfall. A little farther down. Yeah, what is that? Is that a dam of some sort?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's probably going to be a plot point at some point because there's, like,
another city.
there's
or
definitely a
something there.
city over here. As I look at this, I really don't see where, unless we come all the way up. Let's see if we come all the way up here. Maybe it looks like there's a path through here. Maybe, although that's just got steep slope.
Steep slope sign.
I don't see an obvious route to get through here with a truck, but we can try. Here, there's all sorts of climbing anchors have been left, which does not suggest that it's a place where climbing anchors are not needed.
Well, there's a sign that says to not give up, so maybe what we need to do is persevere.
The nice thing is that I don't see anything here that suggests there's going to be a hole. Like even here, even if we got here, I feel like we've got. It looks like steep cliff with water beneath, not like you can just like kind of casually roll along a shoreline. So it kind of don't see where we're gonna get to use a truck, but we'll try. We'll roll up here through the mule base and then kind of try to follow these routes and see if there's anything we can sneak in. And yeah, what the heck. But either way, we should go ahead and take a mission while we're here. A network error has occurred. Well, that's great. Thanks, game.
Oh, well, so the chiral network is not that reliable.
Yeah, well, my network certainly isn't. Standard orders. We'll just be taking delivery fragile.
Do you have any... Oh, you're going to be delivering fragile around? I thought you could hop every place on her own using her magical umbrella.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, she's like cyberpunk Mary Poppins.
Well, she doesn't have any goggles, so I don't know how cyberpunk she really is.
That's steampunk Mary Poppins.
Fine.
Which is not that far off from Mary Poppins, just maybe get a little bit more, like, sort of brown leather into the ensemble, but you're in the right sort of time period, maybe. Get a little bit more of the chimney sweep soot from old Dick Van Dyke. Not that he's a source of chimney sweep soot, but he was, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean, but ooh, special beer. Is this the yeah.
Special beer cannon.
All right, so let's head out and see what there is to see.
Sure. We'll head out to the CCC to see what we can see.
Oh, now it's raining
Now
like
it's time
immediately.
for raining. So,
So-
like, can you just go back inside the farm and wait it out?
I don't know. Is there some place for me to get this mule truck in there? It doesn't seem like it.
Oh, somebody made a bridge over there. What is that to your left?
Stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to get out of here.
Oh, okay. The weather forecast. I wonder why that bridge was necessary. It did not appear to cross any sort of water.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Oh, in case,
deal with the battery issue real quick here on the controller, and then
I like that the truck just sputters to a halt.
Okay, so we were going to stop by the mule camp, but I've already got myself disoriented, so we're going entirely the
heading
wrong
south.
direction. Like to the point where I'm almost tempted right now to just load because we've already damage cargo by being in the rain while driving in the wrong direction, but
There you go, folks. Let that be a lesson to you. If you
well, I just saw a bridge and I was like, well,
drive in
that
the
bridge
rain,
must be going
in
somewhere
the wrong
useful.
direction, you will damage your cargo. Yeah, it doesn't even appear to be a steep slope. It just appears like somebody just put a bridge here because they wanted, I don't know, they thought people would give it likes. There is a timefall shelter there.
Is the time what?
There was a timefall shelter there. I know it would
I
not
didn't even
do
notice
anything
it.
for your truck.
Yeah, I did not notice it in time.
Baby Bronco would, of course, be disappointed if you let anything happen to a truck.
Baby Bronco would be disappointed that our truck is forced to stay outside and is not allowed not only into the home, but into bed. There's like some...
I think you thought that purple thing was some sort of hologram.
Yeah, it actually existed, which...
I still have no idea what it was, because I'm looking at sort of a, like, low-res...
It was a motorbike.
This is like the adventures of Mr. Magoo with co-commentary from Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo and his brother, Mr. Magoo.
I mean, that would make sense. They would both be of the same family.
Please, Mr. Magoo
Okay,
is
so
my
wait,
father's
enemy scanner
name.
pings can be cancelled out by using the OrderX scanner function. Try finding a ping and... of your own, sending it up at exactly the right moment. Well, great. Thanks for letting us know what that moment is.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you're apparently supposed to figure this out, and I'm, like, not doing it.
I like how, like, Lost Cargo always has this, like, these, like, they look... I know it's just supposed to be some sort of, like, highlight that's supposed to, I don't know, look like steam or something, but it appears to be, like, old cartoon scent lines where, like, that sort of like little vapor trail that's leading over those would like turn into a hand and like draw in a like hungry person to where like the pie was sitting on a shelf.
I am not following you on that one, but okay. No, I mean I understand what you're saying.
You see where
it
the
is
Lost
not a
Cargo, like they all have these like little like sort of like vapor traily looking things.
Sure.
You know the old timey like the old cartoons where like there would be the scent of like a pie or something.
I understand
like that
what you're describing. I do not see that when I look at the Lost Cargo logos.
Not the logos, but when you're looking at the list on the left, you see how they're highlighted using this blue, like, fluttering whatever it is.
Well, no, I don't know what you mean.
Oh.
If I highlight it, I'm on Lost Cargo now. If I select it, it's got a little check mark and a blue line.
No,
I see. You're talking about the
those
horizontal
individual rows,
the horizontal
are, like,
scent
colored
lines.
blue.
Yes, okay.
It's like, yeah, I'm talking about the horizontal scent lines. Yes.
I think they represent strands, whatever the hell strands actually are.
Well, and then when you're out in the world, like, all of them have them just wafting upward, which adds... Yeah, like, apparently the back of your truck stinks right now, because there's a lot of cargo on it.
I mean, that could be... I'm not going to deny that possibility. Okay, that was a weird view.
Well, because I think it was trying to figure out whether or not it should be rendering the
right.
like, hologram rock.
I'm trying to get this truck close enough that I could... Here we go. I can put stuff directly in the truck.
Just throw stuff directly in the back. Chuck it in the back.
There we go. Oh, the delivery bot has completed some orders. I probably should have kept this order for the
I was wondering, and I meant to ask before you left, whether or not there were any, like, robo-deliveries that could be done. So yeah, like, this mule camp appears to be within the fields of the Timefall farm.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they're clearly got some kind of thing going together where the mules are not attempting to take them out, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's not necessarily symbiotic, but it's like...
The mules are farming while they are muling, as it were.
Or like the... It's
Man, they
like when
got a
the
lot of
bots were playing
trucks.
that game of like
Oh, that's a background
starfish and bear or
obstacle
whatever it
truck.
is. They're like they were two varieties of animals that have nothing to do with each other, and so they were
Yeah.
just sort of playing individually.
Sorry, chiral crystals. This is probably not worth running after, but
Yep, and the bugs, time bugs.
I have been chewed out for my suboptimal gameplay. I have at various times forgotten to activate the power skeleton, and it's kind of like walking around when I could have been running
Walking
around.
around using extra speed.
Yep.
Well, you know those people do. Play the game.
Yeah.
Stinks here.
Play the game.
Play the game.
Man, the next time I actually get to some place where I can rest, I gotta eat so many bugs, and then I'm gonna poop so hard. So many grenades. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So this is actually a leap of a couple of different
If
sort
you
of
build
internal
it,
transit spots.
they will come. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Go the distance.
Yeah.
Back to your truck. Keep expecting up here you're gonna find like ammo boxes that are full of like hypodermic needles or are full of like stim packs and
Right.
you know, a couple of shells or something.
Might get some crispy squirrel
scissors.
bits or something. Stings here. Play the game. Okay.
Yes.
Now
Oh,
we do
somebody
have
put
a
up
bridge
here,
has
that's
appeared,
nice.
which makes me worried I'm going the wrong way. But I think this time it is
No, I think
correct.
this bridge goes back the way that you want, and maybe it'll turn out there are like bridges or some variety of constructs that will help you get back to where you were going. To where you once belonged.
Get back to where I once belonged.
Right up. Now, I'm gonna guess that where you're driving to is gonna be the water underneath where the waterfall is. Although you're
Well-
just still trying to round up stuff at the mule camp.
Looks like there's another mule camp over this way. Oh, I,
I mean,
need
it's
to.
just all one large pageant of mule camp.
This part of what's going on is I haven't really oriented myself towards our final destination yet. So now here's the water.
And there appears to be sort of a there appears to be demoed cliffs.
Yeah. Doesn't look like I'm going to be
So if
able to
you-
just drive along the shallows.
If you hang a left here, though, it looks like, and then look up, it looks like there's kind of a worn path up that way, a pass that way.
There's also
Bugs.
bread.
Oh, fresh
There's
bread.
fresh bread.
I'm
Which
sure
y'all
the
delivered
Lost
to the
Cargo
wrong
fresh-
place.
yeah. Well, yeah. Who cares?
Well, so I can press on this way and see if there's a little short. Oh, and this is a thing that I wasn't thinking of, but should have been. Because they were going off road, so
Get charged up.
we risk
Where you're going.
completely draining the
It
battery.
really
on
would
this.
be useful to have roads. But no, I think if you look at the
No, I
cliffs
see what you're
directly above
saying.
you,
We could
yeah,
get
okay,
up
you're-
there.
you're-
I'm just.
Yes, you don't want. You think that.
Well,
we
I
would be
wanna at
better
least
served
check
by
and
attempting
see,
to stay by the shore.
Are there shallows along the edge of the water, or is it going to be? No, it's going to be sheer
it's
cliff.
hide in the shadows. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
it's an end of the world RDR2 style.
Yeah.
Like
It's a you are not.
that
It's
sort
a
of-
you are not meant to be able to do what you are trying to do. We have
that
designed
like
the
northwest corner of the map where there's like the one
Yeah.
island that it looks like you should be able to get to, but really you're not supposed to. It's yeah. That's not even the prison island, although there's one of those too.
So let's head up the way that you were talking about.
We'll see if my bright idea is so bright. Probably just be like, oh, now here's a sheer cliff or some, monsters or something. It's
No,
not
it's
looking
JG Let's Play.
great.
Nobody's watching. It doesn't seem that promising to me.
There are some Cairo cliffs. There are some Cairo cliffs. Yeah, I know how to speak.
I know. I have all the best words.
Maybe I'm immune. I don't know. Just the phrase, maybe I'm immune. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing that
He's
was
gone.
ever said or
He,
anything.
he
But it's also
he's
just like,
running
what on
he's
earth?
running a glorified cameo. It's okay. So honestly, what might be the best bet now is just to get the truck back to um, the weather station, and then just give up on, just follow the route back. Because that way, at least, as long as the game remembers that I'll have a truck over here to use, it might not remember it for long. I can store
Well,
a
and
few things.
if it doesn't, clearly there are mules as a resource over here to be able to like
Yeah,
get
we
the
can
trucks off of
we can take
here.
advantage of the mules.
And what you could always do is,
Ooh,
I
hey,
mean, you could
69.
entrust
Woo!
all of the, you could entrust all of the lost cargo here. You wouldn't get as many likes for it, but like all of the non-plot cargo,
Yeah.
still better than nothing, and you wouldn't have to carry it across the mountains. Leave that to some other lesser porter to
Well,
do
some
the far more
enterprising young
difficult
porter wants
task.
to take advantage of the. It kind of took a foot off the pedal there for a second to allow the truck to settle.
Pedal to the cell.
Been playing some Grand Theft Auto 3, so I've got like I've been driving the I don't know if you remember the specific cars of that game well, but driving the old cartel cruiser where it's basically a Chevy Suburban with like a supercharged engine, so it's incredibly easy to tip over.
Yeah. No, yeah, they're very fast, but they also just are kind of like. Whoop-de-doo.
Yep. But although I don't know that Bobo has had the time, and I'm not no criticism, just like I don't think you've been following that series. But in case you have, or anyone out there is tracking, I'd just like to point out that it's no problem to kill you, man.
No problem. Thank you, man.
No problem
I
to
do
kill you.
remember that as a phrase that would come up. I will say, I was kind of curious to go back and check it out. Of course, there are other, you know, there are other games that I don't know that I might want to check in on first, but also that I did notice in the one video that I did co-commentary on, much apparently to that video's detriment, um, it was starting to give me a headache.
Oh.
Just from the way that the camera worked in that game.
So it looks like containers were repaired just by being in the timefall shelter, which is interesting.
It was interesting.
So do we really want to just sit here,
Fully
game?
restored? Like, the truck's not getting restored.
No, but it's
Although I don't know if it's being more damaged. It's like maybe what you're doing now is like maybe the shelter like blow dries all of your cargo so that all that timefall rain doesn't get to sit on it and do some real damage.
You know, I had not carefully considered the possibility that blow drying was going on, but let's just get out of here because I don't have the patience for this any longer.
Sure.
And I'm not sure. I thought there was a little slowdown. Like, are there monstars around here? I'm not even going to bother with those spiral crystals. I want to get out of the rain.
I mean, there probably are. There's a Space Jam 2 coming out now.
Okay.
Well, I mean, presumably Space Jam 2 is going to feature the return of the Monstars, because I don't know who the Toon Squad would be.
I would hope so. Can you imagine the outcry if the Monstars are omitted from Space Jam 2?
I mean, sadly, I can.
Oh, good.
No, I mean, I don't know about yourself, but I did not end up seeing Space Jam.
I never saw the original Space Jam.
In the intervening years, so my frame of reference for the Monstars is I remembered one time, because like for about a year and a half, heard. So there, I feel like you and I were both kind of interested in sort of the independent wrestling scene
Sure.
because there was a really good promotion around DC. But two guys that were in that area that have now both moved on to
Oh,
WWE.
I'm way off course here. Crap. I was gonna
Well, that's
try
all
to.
right. You can hook back.
Well,
I mean, do you want to go to the weather? Do you want to just stop at the weather station as a halfway point and then
that was the plan.
continue
Yeah,
your trip
that
on?
was the plan. It
Yeah.
might be that that's not even necessary. That I can get going in some other awesome direction. That there
But
really
that
was a
yeah.
northwest passage of sorts, but
But I guess there was a whoa. So like two guys that are in WWE now, Donovan Dijak, who I think now wrestles under the name T-Bar as part of the Retribution stable.
oh, I didn't know that. I kind of thought he had disappeared at some point, but that was because I stopped hearing people talking about Donovan Dijak, so if they changed his name, then maybe he's around.
Yeah, he's part of some stable called Retribution
Yeah,
that I
we're
think
gonna run out of battery
Mia
here.
Yim is in now too. But oh, your truck battery's getting low, or the
Yes,
controller battery's getting low.
truck battery.
Well, we'll see what
Because I
happens
got
when
off the I got off the beaten track. If I'd stayed on path, we probably could have found stuff. Like there's a safe house right there. If I had just
Oh, I see. Well, you could always just construct a charger. Do you have one of the one of those little units on your shoulder you can just throw down there and make a charging doodad? Or do you have
um,
to be closer to the chiral network
I don't
for that
know.
to happen?
Let me just see if I can blast us all the way to. See those stink trails coming up there. That's got to be something useful.
Oh yeah, that might be the weather station. But like, I think Dijak and Keith Lee, they wrestled a lot of matches against each other, but apparently, like, at least once or twice they also wrestled as a tag team, and at least one of the times that they wrestled as a tag team, they both came out wearing basketball jerseys that said Monstars. That looks like a battery charger right there.
Nothing left in the tank.
That is annoying.
Well, time to get out and push.
I I wonder if that's possible.
You have to hit L and R at the same time to keep your balance from carry the truck on your back.
Doesn't look like it's going to let me do that, but it's a shame because it really is at the point where it's like, no, come on, you would be able to push it from here. It really is.
Well, it would be very difficult to push like a truck
Okay.
with that much cargo on it, but like honestly, it was definitely at the point where like if inertia worked the way that it would and this thing ran out of steam, it wouldn't automatically break like when it ran out of electricity. It would just begin to coast and you would have been able to glide your way back. Well, you're close enough to the weather station now. You can probably just, at the very least, you're there. You can do some things there.
Well, one of these
You're
is
also probably on the chiral network. You might be able to just make another charger.
yeah. What's closer? My online watchtower, online generator. So it's farther away than it looks. Where's that little house that I should have headed towards?
It's
Safe
right
house.
next to the online generator. Looks like. Oh, there it is.
No, it's like way, way down.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
All
so
on the
that's
online
the
watchtower. It's farther than it looks.
because it's huge,
It's
so it
just
looks
a large
close.
structure.
But
Yes. And it apparently has like some stink coming off of its antenna. And
so
by
I
stink,
could
of course, I mean the fake NWO Sting.
right.
He's standing on top of that
What did I
antenna.
what did I leave in the truck? Was it anything valuable, or was it just like metals and ceramics?
I don't know if I know, dude.
I feel like it was
Do
just
you
metals
have
and ceramics.
Do you have any are you missing any plot relevant stuff?
No, I took the plot relevant stuff out. I wonder if it
That's
actually
always on
says
your back.
truck. Cargo
It says
delivery.
truck.
Well, yeah, I mean it's. Oh, I left grenades.
Oh, there you go. You left. Oh, you left Renee?
Yeah, I left Renee. You know, it just
Well,
wasn't working out, and
you know, you can't. You've only got one life to live. You can't let these things and these
Right.
relationships, if they're toxic, you can't try and cultivate them necessarily. You're fine. I don't blame you.
okay. Well, I'm glad. All right, bot orders. One or more bots are available for deliveries. Had some thoroughly destroyed shit delivered to William Lake.
Like he tells this robot, like, "Oh, barely got the job done, huh? I give you an A anyhow."
An A for automations because that's what you are. A also stands for automation.
I'm gonna give you 2 A's for awesome assemblage instead of 2 T's for terrible twosome. Dean Douglas, folks.
Yeah,
Rancho Shane Douglas once was like a college professor or something.
something like that. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do some bot orders. Then I think we're just gonna do a little inventory management here to wrap this video up. Get ourselves.
Sure. You may have more orders that you can do here if you want, or you can make some deliveries.
No, I'm gonna let
You
the
could
bots.
make deliveries of any
I'm letting the bots.
non-essential
I'm letting the
stuff
bots
here.
handle all that stuff. So while I'm here to free up a little inventory.
Yeah, you can free up some stuff, then run back to your truck, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to.
Hot dog. I mean, hot damn. I'm the mayor. I'm the sheriff.
I've
Hot
got
damn.
level 1.
You got some level 1 bolo guns.
Got
You
destroyed
currently
stuff.
use bolo guns, right? Some
Yeah.
destroyed grenades. It's interesting that the destroyed grenades apparently not dangerous at all. You would think that.
Nah, you would think they were dangerous, but I guess they're not. It will not let you skip this in any meaningful way. You need to see an image of dead President Mom and a message generically thanking you.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you from dead President Bartles and James. So I got a tiny bit of stuff for Oh, I got like 2 chiral crystals, presumably for the busted grenade.
Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you, Dan. Alright, so we'll just get ourselves back to that truck. And then we'll get ourselves from the truck to someplace where we can rest. And just bemoan the fact that we were like literally a couple of feet away from getting that truck to a charger.
Reminds me, you know, in the Department of Cute Stuff, Bronco says, I was driving him to or from someplace, I can't remember where exactly, and I heard him say from the back seat as he was looking at something, he's like, favorite type of car. It's like, what? You have a favorite type of car, Bronco? It's like, yeah. I was like, what's that? There's a long pause. A truck. So like, oh boy.
Oh, this thing got some battery charge just from sitting around.
Oh, it charges in the sun.
There we are.
Nice.
Yeah. Favorite
Sam's
type
battery's
of
fully
car,
charged.
recharging truck.
Don't you?
Oh, it's Miss Sam Porter Bridges saying something really deep about this, dude.
You want to get going, don't you? Which seems kind of weird and creepy, honestly.
You want to get what now?
You want to get going, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I guess he's encouraging his truck to, nope, you can't bring the truck down to the house with you. It is an unapproved Bridges truck. Or an un-Bridges approved, you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying.
It's got to stay out here and get Timefall rained on.
Okay, I can't carry
No,
all
it's
of
not
that on my
gonna carry
back.
on you. You're not gonna carry that weight. You know what you could do?
What
You
could I
could
do?
build a battery charger and a timefall shelter right next to each other so that the condition of your batteries and the condition of your containers could both improve at the same time.
Could do that.
You do a lot of things that may or may not make that much sense.
So what I might do is just dump some of this in a private locker.
Yeah,
If
I
I
wasn't
could-
actually paying attention to how much time we've been on.
No, it's time to call it a
Alright.
video. I'm just figure I'll
Oh, okay.
activate
I didn't know whether or
terminal.
not you might want to read some emails or some crap.
Nah, I think I'm
We'll
just
probably
gonna
need to do an emails video at some point in the near future.
probably.
Because
But I
you
think
don't
I'm just
want to
gonna
leave out any of those juicy details.
right. I'm gonna dump some of these grenades because I hate the idea of losing those dumps that took so much effort to work up. So I'll place those in a
Well, those are
locker.
number zeros, so that was just showering.
Well, no, I had a
You
I
hate to
had a
think
number
the
2 and
idea
some
that,
number 1s in there as well.
No, okay. You hate to think of the idea that showering was accomplishing nothing for you other than making you, like, you know, non-stinky, considering all you're doing is carrying around cargo that has comic scent lines, so... So you're not actually going
I
in there
like
to
this
rest,
vehicle.
you are just...
Oh wait, that's not even my view. I was liking a sign. I thought I was liking the mule truck.
I mean, who are you, Heath Ledger's the Joker?
Yeah, good point.
Relax. You know, King of Fighters Maximum Impact, in some ways, would be an amusing game to LP, and in other ways, would be just not that fun of an LPing experience.
That's one where I could see doing a story mode, maybe not all of them.
Yeah.
So I am going to entrust cargo for delivery just to get some of this crap out of my inventory.
Maybe Albamira?
Oh,
Or
you know what? I should really be
Swarmira.
bringing
Which was
that
the
up
one
'cause it's
that
so
did the
close, but
goofy,
forget it.
like...
I'm gonna be lazy.
Which was the one whose, like, default, like, stance was, like, this goofy strut.
I think Swari was even worse than Alba, and was the
Yeah.
yeah.
The one who did
He
this,
was the
like,
one who does like the
exaggerated,
goofy
like...
dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm entrusting stuff for delivery and losing light. I could easily have taken it back to the farm, except we're calling it a little mini session after this video, so I really don't feel like dealing with it. So
Well,
we'll
you
just
don't
get.
want to work on Timefall Farmer's Farm no more.
So we got like 24 likes instead of, potentially hundreds of likes.
He's like, I'm not giving you as many likes as I could since you didn't give me that underwear. So you get total non-stop grunting.
And there's nothing left in the truck. Okay. Well, I can well and truly go into my private room if I could just figure out the button. And honestly, if I was willing to leave the cargo behind, I believe we could use Fragile to teleport back where we want to go. But I did pick up some cargo, so...
Well, and there's some plot relevant thing you need to be carrying with you too, right?
No, that was an optional mission. I could have just completely ignored it and teleported back. But I wasn't thinking about that
was
at the
just
time.
like,
so-
hey, you know what? Why don't you do this other thing? Huh? I suppose even even though it seems like a waste to not be carrying something with you between these locations, at some point in time you should probably do a fragile jump just to see what.
Oh,
is
I've
involved
done
in
one
it,
before.
like
I can't remember. Oh, you know what?
I don't think you did it on camera.
I didn't do it on camera, and I deliberately recorded it with the intention of like adding it as a bonus at the end, and then forgot. So,
No.
I mean, if anybody's really concerned, you can go look up what there is like a little cinematic the first time you do one, but it's not like involved particularly. So, all right, but I think I'm going to call it here, And
She just says, "Here, you should have a couple of these bugs. Want some?"
what?
And
And then you
you
slap it out of her
bat
hand
it
and say,
away. And it's like,
"I want an
some
answer."
guys had brothers. I had a sister.
No,
And she's stranded on the
I
other
had
side of the country.
some guys had brothers. I had Sonny.
Want some?
Well, folks, you might not know what we're talking about, and I wish I could help you, but I couldn't help you if I wanted to, pal. Gym policy. When we come back next time, Bobo may or may not be with me, but together, you and I, gentle viewer, with possibly Bobo, will be delivering some crap that we didn't need to deliver if we thought about it harder to the distribution center south of Lake Knot City. I'm the Serious JG.
I'm Bobo the Vulture, and if you don't think that I'm here or you don't hear me, don't worry. Bobo is with us always.
Goodbye.